The Carlton Place man is looking to etch his name into the Guinness Book of World Records. He is attempting the longest drum-playing marathon in history, and while doing so, raising awareness around autism and funds for Ability Dogs Canada. Here with us this morning is Johnny Racine and Samantha Cooper of Ability Dogs. And Johnny, you are taking on this big challenge of drumming forever and ever. Tell us a bit more about the decision to do this.
Well, I've been a drummer for over 30 some odd years and diagnosed with autism at the age of 47.
Okay.
I'm now 50. And I've always done charity stuff, and I thought, you know, I want to do something different, so I decided to go look up what the world record was for drumming nonstop.
I looked it up too. It's a lot.
150 hours and 1 minute. So I thought, you know what? So I applied with the Guinness Book of World Records for this attempt, and I wanted to raise funds for Ability Dogs Canada because I know Samantha here, and I know how important animals are, and especially service animals, how important they are to people who have, you know, autism, seizures, anxiety, or whatever.
Yes.
So, and I thought this was the great thing to raise awareness of autism, but also raise funds for Ability Dogs Canada.
Certainly. Johnny, can I ask you about getting that diagnosis at that stage of life and what it was like for you? Did you recognize it in yourself prior to at all?
No, I was actually, it's funny because in 2010 I was seeing a psychiatrist because I was having some mental problems, and she had suggested that I was showing, you know, some of the signs, some of the attributes of autism, and I just completely went, yeah, I know, it's impossible, right? Because to me, I'm thinking, autism, no, I'm not that guy, you know. Anyway, so I dismissed it, and then in January of 2022, I had a really bad mental breakdown. Okay. I went to see my doctor, and she was going through my file, and she suggested that I go, so I had to pay for it myself because there's no support. So I had to pay for a psychologist and go through the testing. And then I was diagnosed, and it explained a lot about what's happened in my past and why I am the way I am.
Okay, Johnny, I'm going to come back to you because I have so many questions about how we're going to accomplish beating 150 hours plus a minute. But Samantha, I want to bring you into the conversation and tell us more about Ability Dogs and the role of our four-legged friends.
Absolutely. So Ability Dogs Canada trains service dogs for people with disabilities and challenges. A lot of our clients have dual diagnosis, so they may have autism and seizures, or PTSD and seizures and autism. Everybody's different. The dogs provide another tool, so to say, in their toolbox to help, and a lot of the times it's the first tool they want to pull to help with any of their challenges. So a lot of people with autism, they can have sensory challenges, they can have trouble in crowds, and so the dogs are trained to help mitigate any of those challenges.
Right, sometimes when we think about support animals, we think about the calming factor that comes with it. But I've also recognized and witnessed that sometimes support animals truly do help to guide you through certain situations.
Absolutely. They have senses that we don't even always connect. So they can tell if we're starting to get stressed. They can tell if our heart rate changes. They can tell if somebody's going to have a seizure. So it's all done by pheromones. They know the body's giving off this scent. Oh my goodness, let her tell my person, and maybe they can sit down and not fall for a change. You know, people that have heart rate issues, it's incredible to see what these guys can do, and no human can do this for you.
That's right.
You have the sense that these guys have such an amazing sense of smell, and when somebody's stressed, they can tell the perspiration scent and you know, everything like that. So we train them to help the person so that they can live as full a life as they possibly can. That's amazing.
That's amazing. And what you're trying to accomplish is also amazing, Johnny. We saw your best friend on the screen there with 4 legs. What's that person? Guy's name?
That's Brembo. He is my best friend. He's my Boston Terrier.
Yeah. I
had his grandfather before him, and now I've got him from the same bloodline, and he's just my companion.
Okay.
He's not trained in any way specific, but because we connect with animals. People with autism connect with animals deeper than we do with humans. Sorry.
Gee, thanks.
And apologies to you.
No,
it helps me a lot. It really does.
Okay. Wonderful. And I think, you saying that you didn't recognize in yourself just also helps to raise awareness that autism is truly a spectrum.
Absolutely.
Right? It is a
Absolutely,
spectrum.
yes.
But I have questions.
Yes.
So how are you going to beat 150 hours plus a minute? Like, what are the rules? Do we have the rules? Are you allowed to take sleep breaks, pee breaks?
Well, I looked up, so Guinness doesn't give me the actual rules until it's been approved, right?
Okay.
And there are different steps I still have to go through, but it's going to get done one way or another. I do understand by looking at the current champion right now,
Right.
the current world record holder, that 5 minutes per hour is allotted. Those 5 minutes can be banked if you don't use them.
Okay.
So this is a good thing because I can easily play for 3-4 hours nonstop. So
Right.
this would allow me to bank a few, maybe 20 minutes where I can get, the pee break and have time to eat something and then get back on and keep going. And the challenge of going for that long is number one is not just staying awake, but also my technique and how I'm going to drum. It's all about efficiency.
Right.
Everything about drumming or any instrument is about, specifically drumming though, is about efficiency movements.
Okay.
Using the least amount of energy possible.
Well, we're wishing you the best. I saw that it has to be recognizable songs, so you can't just improvise on the drums kit there. But let us know when you hear back from Guinness World Records. We want to track this fundraising effort and this world record that you want to make. And obviously, Scotia, you were so good during this interview. Thank you so much for being with us. Scotia, Samantha, Johnny, all the best, and we appreciate your time this morning.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.